This brings us to the topic of summer skincare and how the black community is caring for our skin, especially during a record heat wave. A new study finds black men are at a higher risk of death from skin cancer than other racial groups. That's according to a new study published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology. Researchers tracked more than 200,000 cases of men with melanoma. After 5 years, the survival rate for black men was 52%, the lowest of all racial groups. White men had the highest survival rate at 75%. According to the study, black people have a 26% higher risk of death from melanoma than the white population. Here to give us guidance on how we should care for our skin is Dorian Renaud. He is the founder of the skincare line, BUTTAH by Dorian Renaud. Y'all know him. He's been on the show. He is our friend, and he helps us get our skin and keep our skin looking right. My brother, welcome back. What are some things that you hear or continue to hear, because I know you hear it all, about black people and skincare? I'll give you one example from my perspective. I know a lot of people say black people don't need sunscreen. We ain't got to wear it. We black.
Yeah, man. I mean, thanks for having me back. And I was about to say that you don't have to wear sunscreen. The real one is black don't crack. And we do crack if we don't moisturize our skin, if we don't take care of our skin. But sunscreen is so important. And I released my sunscreen with BUTTAH about 2 years ago because I was dealing with a lot of sun damage. And, you know, that contributes to a lot of our skin issues like hyperpigmentation and cancer. You know, black people, for as long as I've been black, you know, they've been like, you can't catch skin cancer, you can't get melanoma as a black man. And that's not true, you know. And to know so many black men, a lot like my dad, that are out in the sun all day in Texas or just out there with no protection, you know, that's a misconception, because we definitely have to protect our skin with sunscreen. And an SPF of 30 is what we need for our particular melanin.
SPF of 30, I'm glad you said that, because it's not just that we have to wear sunscreen just like white people do. It's that we have to have SPFs that respond to our particular melanin distribution. That's right?
Yes. I mean, and a lot of times I've heard black people say they don't like to use sunscreen because it leaves white streaks on you or it leaves you ashy. And, you know, we don't like to be ashy. Find a good sunscreen. Ours is tinted. Ours is a mineral-based sunscreen. There's a lot of other great sunscreens like Black Girl Sunscreen. You know, for us, that has a high SPF that is not going to leave you streaky and ashy, and it'll still give you a glow too. You know, we care about our image, but we got to protect our melanin from the sun while we're doing so, because we want to have this skin looking like this forever. And a lot of the times when you see signs of aging on skin and dark spots and hyperpigmentation, a lot of that damage is coming from the sun.
That's super interesting and important to think about. Is there other stuff we can do to protect our skin? We put on the sunscreen. You're saying even wearing lotion, not being ashy, is a good thing for our skin. Anything else you think about?
Well, I said that because a lot of sunscreens have this white paste. And so a lot of people don't like to use it because if they feel that it's going to leave them with this ashy look or this white look. But, you know, using products like vitamin C serum that actually work with the sun.
But I'm saying even beyond the sunscreen, though, shouldn't we moisturize? Even beyond the sunscreen, is there a health benefit to moisturizing? Not just being, you know, not ashy.
Oh,
but is there an actual...
Absolutely.
Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the skin is the biggest organ on our body, so you have to nourish that. It not only helps with our appearance and keeps you from having all those fine lines and wrinkles, but you want to keep that skin moisturized. I would say out of the things that you can do to your skin, moisturizing is by far the most. It helps with the elasticity of the skin. It keeps your skin hydrated. It's just like drinking water for your organs. You have to moisturize your skin every single day. It's very important. And that'll protect you from the sun too, even if you're not a sunscreen user. You could put a layer of something that doesn't break out your skin or that works with your skin to protect you from the sun. And us as black people, look, we were made to be out here in this beautiful sun. And sometimes we don't need sunscreen every single time we leave out the house. But putting something on our skin to protect our skin, such as a shea butter or cocoa butter, is also a good alternative too. People used to use Vaseline.
Shea butter and yeah, that Vaseline is rough though, man, on the skin. I understand. Shea butter, cocoa butter, much better for us. Okay.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times, at least growing up, we were taught that, you know, too much meticulous self-care, particularly around the skin, was something that women were supposed to do, that we as men weren't supposed to be thinking about this stuff, man. Have you seen the tide turning on that? Are men starting to take their skincare more seriously?
Absolutely. I mean, we have a large male customer base here at Butter, and that was surprising to me. And at first, I think they were getting it from their girlfriends and their moms and, you know, some of their female counterparts in their lives. But I think after the pandemic, you know, people really had time to spend with themselves, and men want to look good, you know, and I think we saw our grandfathers and our fathers and uncles really taking care of themselves, and for some reason it was like a stop for a period of time where that became demasculating to take care of your skin. But you know, we have to do that. It adds to our self-care routine. It adds to, you know, how we feel about ourselves. And no matter if you do like what you and I do when we're in front of the camera, or if you're in front of the classroom, or you work at the bank, you know, your skin is the first thing people see. So brothers, take care of your skin. And, you know, all the women say that they don't want a man with dry, ashy skin. So do it for you and do it for everybody around you. But it's also healthy and to protect yourself. So look at your skincare routine like you look at the gym or how you look at your diet.
How much time should we be putting into our skincare routine? And is it like a once a day thing? Is it a twice a day thing? Is it a like morning, noon, and night thing? People here watching want to know exactly how much of an investment it's going to take, not just financially, but time-wise.
Well, I think, you know, it's all up to our comfortability and who we are. I mean, taking care of your skin just a little bit is better than not doing it at all, right? I usually wash my face in the morning and at nighttime, but sometimes I just do it in the morning. You know, I think once a day to cleanse your skin and to moisturize your skin. And if you have the time, adding things like a serum to fight off a lot of those pollutants and things like that is great. You know, your skincare should be easy, and it should be you know, something that's not going to break the bank or kill you on time. So I say once a day is good. And if you miss it, don't beat yourself up about it.
Okay. Now, you have a skincare line, of course, that you started. What sparked you to do that?
Well, I had real problematic skin. I don't like to say bad skin, but, you know, as a black man, it was tricky. And growing up in the South where it was a lot of humidity and a lot of different climate changes, for me, it was screwing my skin. And I had breakouts and hyperpigmentation and dark circles underneath my eyes. And once I got in the entertainment industry, I would be slightly insecure when they would take the makeup off of me after I got off set. And, you know, I didn't look like how I thought, you know, I did at my best. And, you know, I think overall, we really just want good skin. And I couldn't find any alternatives for me. Everything was breaking me out. It was for people that were not melanated. It was too expensive, and it didn't have any education. So I didn't really know where to start. And 6 years ago, I decided to start Butter and give it a try. And now here we are and have so many customers around the world really loving the products.
Man, we are inspired by that. You know, Toni Morrison said if there's a book that you want to read and it's not out, you have to write it. And it seems like you took that same approach when it comes to skincare. There's a product out there that you needed that wasn't available, so you made it. That is the spirit of creativity, ingenuity, and entrepreneurship all rolled into one, Dorian. That's why we appreciate you. That's why we appreciate your skincare line. That's why we appreciate your extraordinary expertise on skincare. My brother, thanks for hanging out with us. Everybody, it's called Butter by Dorian Renaud. Make sure you check it out. You can get the skincare line at buttaskin.com. That's BUTTAH skin.com.